Gravitas, co-presented by Skoda. Kushaq, choose what really matters.
This housing crisis also raises some bigger questions. Is the Chinese growth story a myth? Is hybrid communism actually working, or is it just good PR work? Here's why we ask. We look at global financial institutions to compare countries, to study their growth. I'm talking about agencies like the World Bank and the IMF. Turns out those agencies cannot always be trusted. There is a lot of lobbying, a lot of arm twisting, and a lot of manipulation. Let me tell you about the World Bank. They recently ordered an ethics investigation. The final report was released on Thursday. What does it say? Senior World Bank officials were acting on China's behalf. They inflated data to appease Beijing, and I'll tell you how. This incident goes back to 2017. The World Bank was preparing its Ease of Doing Business report. Governments love it. Ease of doing business. A good rank means more foreign investment. But improving your rank is hard work. A lot of reforms, legislation, marketing. Well, not if you're China. Why go to all that trouble when you can just fudge data? Top World Bank officials were doing exactly that. They pressured their staff to tweak China's economic indicators. The result was this: China gained 7 places on that list. Who exactly were these Chinese stooges at the World Bank? Well, there were a few, we are told, but one name stands out. Kristalina Georgieva. In 2017, she was the chief executive at the World Bank. Today, she heads the IMF, International Monetary Fund. Looks like Dr. Tedros has company. China is collecting global agency chiefs, and these officials are happily obliging. They're making a mockery of multilateralism. The IMF chief is sitting on $650 billion. This money is supposed to help the world economy recover, but who will trust Kristalina Georgieva? Can she be an unbiased cashier? Well, not after this report. For the record, Georgieva rejects these findings. She has briefed the IMF board, but her position is simply untenable. The IMF faces its biggest challenge in decades. You need an honest, unifying leader at the top, not a Chinese proxy. What leverage did Beijing have over these World Bank leaders? Money. In 2017, the World Bank was raising capital. They needed Chinese money. Beijing said okay, as long as it got a bump on the doing business list. The numbers support this. In 2018, China's stakes in the World Bank rose from 4.68% to 6%. World Bank got the money, China got the rankings. Guess who lost? The United States of America. These agencies, you see, are American creations. The US is the biggest contributor to the World Bank, yet China was buying its officials and fudging its numbers right below America's nose. The US Treasury Department has taken note of this report. They've called it, quote-unquote, serious findings. But let's not focus on America's decline. Instead, let's focus on China's desperation. Why would Beijing dangle billions of dollars, lobby top World Bank officials, and secretly fudge data, and that too for PR? Because the Chinese fairy tale is ending. That's why Beijing is doing it. Let me tell you why. The last 40 years, 4 decades, were a transition period for China. The country embraced hybrid capitalism. So foreign money flowed in, private sector began to grow. Basically, China went on a building spree. They built smart cities, they built high-speed rails, highways, millions of jobs were created, the GDP boomed. But how do you sustain this growth? With more reforms. And that is where China hit a roadblock. Xi Jinping is bringing back state control in China. He's attacking big tech. He's cracking down on online games and financial giants. The result is this: an economic slowdown in China. In the month of August, retail sales grew by 2.5%. China was hoping for 7%. Industrial production grew by 5.3%. Last year, during the pandemic, it was 6.4%. And the forecast does not look any better. I'll show you China's growth projections for the next 5 years. 2022, 5.57%. 23, 5.44%. 2024, 5.27%. 2025, 5.12%. 2026, 4.86%. Do you see the consistent slide? Look at the graph. That's the trajectory of Xi Jinping's economy. His crackdown is scaring investors away, which is why Beijing is bribing the World Bank for PR. And remember, these estimates do not account for geopolitics. Today's China is public enemy number one. The world over, it faces trade wars, it faces military alliances. Add those factors and things could get even worse for China. Xi Jinping's global ambitions are pinned on China's economy, on its seemingly endless checkbook. But those checks will soon start bouncing. And that's when the facade of Chinese invincibility will truly unravel. We'll be watching.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Gravitas, co-presented by Skoda. Kushaq, choose what really matters.